It's an afternoon, cold, wintry afternoon. Fortunately, we're snug in the shed with the fire blazing away, keeping us nice and toasty warm, so we can bring you lots of entertainment. Part of the entertainment we're going to bring you today is we're going to have another go-round at the bots and our new allegiance to our robot overlords. My new allegiance, anyways. And we're going to talk about Rich's ongoing experience with city legislators regarding alley access behind his house. But generally, we're just going to have a few laughs. We've got some snappers. Stay tuned. Stick with us. Hang in there. Don't leave us alone in here.
There's one I'm really curious about is KJ's most excellent idea to increase listenership.
Yes, well.
I'm not posing for nude pictures. I just want that on the table now.
That would break the bank, Skin. There'd be people at the doors, at the gates.
I know.
Wow. So, the time has come that we divest, as we get older, things around us. My truck, for instance. Were I rich, I might have done something with it. But so, next on the list is the cigarette machine.
Really?
Behind you, Skin. We'll probably maybe put a picture. And I thought, I should just... clean it up and put it on Craigslist. I believe it's a 56 or 57.
Wow.
And I looked at some of them. And so I thought that what if we did an exclusive buy on the podcast and that anybody who is interested would have to contact us through the podcast. What do you think?
Whoa. Well, I would think that's the largest one of those we've ever had, for sure. That thing's probably worth some money.
Yes, and of course, we would go to the 10, perhaps 15% for the shed dogs to apply to their operating budget. And
for a trip to Sundance or something.
Yes.
When we get asked.
Well, let's talk about... They can contact us on our page without listening to our podcast. How do we get them to listen? Like, do we offer... codes during the podcast?
Nice.
And if you want to bid on this machine, you can use code 88433, and then the only way that they can find that out, of course, is to listen. Is that how we
nice.
bring
Well, we're here to brainstorm.
So does that work? It's all mechanical, isn't it, largely? Other than maybe
I think there is not a coin mechanism, but it does. If you put the cigarettes in there and pull the thing, they will drop out.
They drop out. Wow, that is so cool. So there would have been a coin and a relay and a little bar that, when you put your money in, the little bar would have opened so that you could that.
Yeah.
I wonder if cigarette packages are close enough to the same size now as then. Would they fit in those slots?
Well, I think so, because I think there were the ones, because I used to actually use it and put cartons in there, but those were the flat...
rectangular, wider.
The flip tops that I have now, there must be designated slots that would fit, because the brands in those days were all different packages and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. I think you could have the flip tops, you could have the classic Export A kind of rectangles.
Yeah.
Well, we should just kick it off right here now then.
Well, I like this code.
That's a great thought.
So what's your purpose in getting rid of it? Is it just so that, no one else will have, your kids won't have to get rid of it at some point? Open up some space here in the garage?
Space, yeah. See, if I had a place, I always thought that it should be in one of the suites, just as a mirror on the wall, right? Because there'd be enough room for it,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
Right, and it's pretty funky.
Yeah.
But that was vetoed.
No traction?
No, none. Depending on what happens, I could change my mind too, but I'm just putting it out there.
I see a jar of Marmite sitting on there.
Yeah. Well, and the cigar thing is over there. All my old lighters are over there. Skinny's Irish Pound or whatever is on there. And the pictures are still in the... They wouldn't go with it, I don't think. But anyway, and there's a light. You can plug it in, and there's a light behind where it says cigarettes.
It's the real deal.
It's the real deal. You know what we should do right now? Just as a teaser, any listeners out there who might have photos, like I'm thinking Candace A. from... Vernon. and LO might have some from 776 Rosslyn Avenue, where the cigarette machine was. If they have any of them, any pictures
put 'em
in the
up on the
back,
site. Yeah.
I might even, if I dig. Well, and listeners out there, anybody who might have a picture in the background of the cigarette machine circa the late 70s.
Well, it might increase their chances of getting more of a discount should they be interested in buying.
Nice.
Never
More
know.
incentive, listeners. Just
I wonder if I could get in this bandwagon and get rid of some of my crap.
yeah, well, we're having a garage sale in the shed because we're all getting old.
I still got the Chez Helene music in my head
Yeah.
because I disliked Chez Helene strongly, and it was a race to the TV to turn it off when it came on. You'd be homesick.
What was it, though, Chez Helene? Because I never did watch it.
I believe it was intended to help you learn French.
Oh,
It was supposed to sort of half English, half
Yeah.
French.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Chez Hélène.
And I didn't like it. I didn't like her. I didn't like her voice. Because you just, there was a couple of programs before that, including Friendly, and Mr. Dress Up was
When
probably
you say friendly, that's Friendly Giant?
Friendly Giant, that you could stand, right? You're homesick, so you're going to watch TV. And you can stand those, but when Chez Helene come on, it was time to actually just be sick because it was better than watching Chez Helene. But she was on forever, too.
What were her little... She had little animals.
I never watched it.
Oh, skinny.
I really didn't. I just ran to turn it off. And you're not mixing it up with the sheep guys, are you? The
No,
lamb chop.
no. I'm sure Chez Hélène had some critters.
Probably. But, you're not feeling well. You don't like to want to move. You're under the blankets in the chair and everything, and that comes on and you're going.
That's really...
It was intense. I didn't like it.
quite serious.
You could watch Captain Kangaroo at some point also.
If you had cable.
Yes. But
Captain Kangaroo was my favorite.
it was okay.
Because I was in the States, so that was
I had it.
like every day.
We had Spokane. We had the three Spokane stations.
Whenever he got there, and I think the talking moose was next to him, and you're going, oh boy, here come the ping pong balls.
I don't remember. Did you do?
Some staff, you wouldn't see them, of course, but all of a sudden, all the ping pong balls would drop on Captain Kangaroo. The moose is just cracking up. He's just having a great time, and Captain Kangaroo's just deadpanning at the camera. And it's really funny that he's so mad at all the ping pong balls.
I don't remember that at all. Jeez.
Just fantastic. And I think that was pretty well once every show, and it was, to me, it was just the highlight. I can't wait.
Imagine building an entire career on one stupid gag like that. You do that, gets a big laugh. Next thing you got a show, you do it every show. It's pretty much the only thing you got.
Bob Keeshan was his name.
Oof. Wow. What else we got?
Well, so there's the whole concept of picturing something in your mind.
Oh, right.
So you guys, can you do this right now? Can you picture an apple?
Yeah.
Yeah, you both got. And what color is your apple, PJ?
Yellow and red. It's probably a Gala apple.
KJ, what color is yours?
Mine was dark red, probably a red delicious.
Okay. And keep picturing it. Okay. Now look at my hand. Okay, so are you seeing my hand and the apple at the same time?
Nope.
So you have to picture it. You kind of lose focus on the real world. Is that right?
Nope.
Like, I'm just asking because I never see a picture in my mind. And there's a condition called aphantasia. It's actually pretty common. Maybe 5% of people or 10% actually can't picture anything. And so we grow up in our lives here. People say, well, picture a piano. And we're going, well, I understand what they mean by picture. It's kind of think about the concept of a piano or whatever. But I can kind of picture an apple a little bit at a time. Like, I can think about a stem, and I can think, a stem's bent. Like,
oh no, I had a very clear image of the apple.
Yeah, no.
Because I just bought some the other night.
Yeah.
But when you put your hand up, I thought, can I? And I don't think I can still see it. When you put your hand up, I look at your hand and the apple's gone. I don't have it anymore.
Okay, yeah. That's very interesting.
But I don't know. I'm not sure what the difference is, though. Like going to the piano, you see, picture a piano, I can do that. But if I think of picture a piano, I'm not sure what the difference is. Like when I picture a piano, it's not like it's almost an idea.
It's
right?
more of an idea than an image, right?
Yeah. But although I do get a little kind of a image.
Okay, well that's kind of where I'm at too. It's the idea, and I force my mind to kind of think of the image, but I can't even get the whole image anyway. I can kind of get, there's the.
Okay, now give me a real life situation where that might make a difference. Whether you can see that or not.
I can't think of any real life situation.
We're trying to qualify you for a disability pension here. So.
I don't think that actually matters at all.
Oh, okay. It's just out there that some people can and some people can't.
The thing is, though, if I'm thinking of a tune, I really get that tune running through my head. I think, to me, that's way more tangible than picturing something.
Yeah, I get that too. I can in fact, getting it out of there is the problem. Once you start thinking about
the earworm. Yeah,
but it's funny. I can sit here now and imagine an apple with your hand in front of it. But when I'm imagining an apple and you hold up your hand and I look at your hand, I can't hold one in my imagination while I am looking at another in reality.
Yeah.
Can't do it. But I can superimpose one or another in my head imaginarily.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. You can imagine a hand behind an apple,
or in front. Yeah.
Or you can picture that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because I've heard people talk about that they have aphantasia, that they wish they could picture things like other people, and I find myself wondering if it's something that you can't actually figure out because you can't place yourself inside that person's head.
Wow.
And that it turns out that picturing is not a perfect image so much as your mind kind of thinking about what it might look like.
I'm thinking about somebody sending you into their house to retrieve an important document.
Okay.
So you step in the front hall, kitchen's to your left, living room's on the right. And in my mind, I'm seeing the stove, and I'm seeing the sofa and the glasses. Stairs go up to the right. You go up the stairs. Okay, I imagine some stairs. And then when you get there, you impose your mental picture, your mental map.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a liability to not be able to build that map, because it's a lot easier to move through a space than it is to keep a sequence of pieces of information.
Well, that might explain things. Like, remember when you and I would be playing Myst-like games or Halo-type games, and I'm like going, where was that thing again? And you're going, just turn left at that thing and then turn right.
Yeah.
I'm going, what? I just don't recognize. I don't remember how to get to places.
That is right.
It takes me a long time to be in a school or a building before I'm just fluent at going places.
And now that you say that out loud, you have mentioned that kind of thing a bunch of times over the years with regard to video games. You're playing a shooter game. You got to go into the fortress, watch the guy on your right as you go in, and then go through that door that's straight ahead of you. And if you can't picture a door and a guy to the right, you're just having a bunch of abstract instructions thrown at you that you then have to try to match up with that reality when you finally see it on the TV screen.
Anyway, I find that all fascinating, that one person will think they have aphantasia and another one totally says, no, I can picture it. And I'm always wonder, are they having the same experience?
Yeah.
It's
I
just
think that's a valid...
One's looking for it to be super literal.
Yeah.
I think that's a super valid question, actually.
Yeah.
I don't get perfect images, of course. I just get, the apple that I imagined is just similar to many apples that I have seen.
When I'm thinking about them, just little bits show up here and there, and it's not in color, and it's just me going, there's this bent stem.
Yeah,
do I think I see it, and do I picture that? It's all very weird. Anyway, it's kind of a fun topic.
It is. I don't know what we're going to do with that.
Well, we'll just put it on the episode. KJ reports, KJ snappers, got some?
Do we do STEM fields?
Not that I know of.
I don't think.
What's STEM field, Skin?
No idea at all. None.
I think you do, though. He's just saying it in a way that's
No,
making
I don't.
You're thinking of a field of stems.
Yeah.
But what a stem, he's talking about capital S,
STEM,
capital T, capital
and
E, capital M. STEM as a concept. It's an acronym.
An acronym. That's
It's an acronym for science, technology,
Okay.
and math. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That is
Yes,
correct.
yes.
So,
So STEM fields would be science and engineering. And
Teacher.
what's that?
Teacher.
Teacher.
That was just something that I came across that I didn't. It looked like it was common knowledge, and
I've seen references to STEM nerds. Like somebody will be referring to themselves and their friend as STEM nerds.
I would say over half the references to STEM are in relation to women. We need more women in STEM.
Yeah, that's fair too. Yeah.
Well done. Quisling will make Pierre Polyev look like a quisling.
Very good. That's a word I've heard lots and never
I haven't.
kind of thought about what does it mean.
Do you want to have a go? Because I've got an idea, but it's just going to be a go. Are you looking it up?
No, I am not. I'm just checking my listener mail thing here.
So I'll go. If you want.
Yeah, you go, Scott.
I think a quisling is a collaborator.
Oh.
And I think Quisling was, a Norwegian politician or something like that. And he was somebody who betrayed his country's real interests in favor of his relationship with the Germans. Something like that. It's something along those lines. Or I might have it backwards. He might have been a guy who acted like he was a German sympathizer while he defended his country's interests. I can't remember. It's a person anyway.
The suffix ling to me means a person and a person who has certain characteristics. So they'll kind of add ling on.
Halfling.
Halfling. Yeah, exactly.
No, Quisling was the guy's name.
Oh, really? Is that why?
Like Larry
okay.
Quisling.
Yeah.
Vidkun was his name.
Okay,
Vidkun.
I believe he's a collaborator, though. It's not a good.
It's not a good word.
It's not. You don't want to be one. I don't think.
Okay.
What's the deal?
Quisling is a term used in Scandinavian languages and in English to mean a citizen or politician of an occupied country who collaborates with an enemy occupying force. It may also be used more generally as a synonym for traitor or collaborator. So what was my Quisling? Will make Polyev look like a Quisling. Whatever it was.
Is that
because he was going to bow down. He was going to kowtow to
Trump.
Donald.
Yes.
Is that like the Vichy government in France?
Yes.
Quislings.
Puppet government enacting the will of the overlords, our ant overlords.
Did you know that North America got attacked in the Second World War? In
Yes.
Saint-Pierre and Miquelon, the Vichy government sent an armada in there. And and the locals said, "Get the fuck out of here."
I didn't know specifically that one. I think they had German U-boats in a couple of different places in North America, in the U.S. specifically.
And
on the East Coast, right?
On the East Coast.
Yeah.
And the Japanese balloons coming in over Oregon with the little bombs on
Lighting fires.
or fires.
Yeah, that's what they were for. Incendiary bombs. And made of paper, which is nutty to think about.
That it lasts all the way over the Pacific.
Nutty.
Yeah.
The lanterns, the flying.
Yeah. With an incendiary bomb. And when the idea was just going to cause havoc. Don't send them in. Here's a hot tip. Don't send them in winter.
Got more snappers there?
One more. Voila.
Spelled?
I'm going to say it's spelled Wolla.
It's Wallah.
Oh, there you go.
Is it?
Voila. I'm pretty sure. Boy, I'm going to edit that out because it just sounds.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's you, though.
That is the
Just
essence
leave
of
it
the
in.
podcast,
Up yours,
Skinny.
buddy. Damn it. No, a walla is... Jesus, I'm just sorry I'm even in here. So I think that the guys that control elephants are wallas. I think the guys that are sort of low-level official guys... expertise of some sort. They're a walla.
Slumdog Millionaire. He's a T-Walla.
T-Walla. So he has expertise and influence in a small, and I think that's what that is. And I do think it is spelled Wallah, I think. I'm not so sure about that.
Well, good.
You're just pretending not to be sure. You know for a fact.
I'm not 100%. I think it is that, though, but I'm not 100%. Because, I mean, those kind of terms. It was adopted by British when they possessed India, and it was used to describe kind of petty tyrants here and there, and it was both racist and dismissive at the same time. So it was an extra insult if you used it on a white English person.
Oh, okay.
What are you, some kind of, But
Well,
I think that's where it comes from.
that's not the case in this word, Skin. I'm just telling you.
Oh, good.
It's a different Wallah.
Oh, good. Good to know.
So, anyway, I went to... I don't know if you guys...
Did you look that one up? Are we sure that it...
I'm telling you what it is.
I think
good.
We're good.
Sorry.
I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah.
I went to...
Hi.
Right, I don't know if I told you guys that I was nominated for an Ovation Award for
Cookies.
West Side Story.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. For what category?
Well, it's ensemble, so they pick like they have. There would be the lead, and then supporting, male and female, like 4 of those, and then various ensemble. It was just other characters, right?
Yeah.
So I went to the awards because I was nominated.
Ovation Awards.
Ovation Awards, and they are the musical theater awards in Vancouver. And that would be up the valley because there's community theater and like any kind of theater. Somebody was impressed, they would nominate. So anyway.
Nice.
And I thought the Ovation Awards are fairly new on the scene. Like maybe they're 10 years old, but I don't know if they're that old. So I go and I sit down. I want to, anyway, it's at St. James at 10th and Balaclava over there. It's an old church, small space.
I've been in there.
It was sold out. And so I said, please put me on your waiting list or whatever. So I got in. So I'm sitting there about 10 minutes before it starts, and it says, starts at 7 sharp. And while I'm sitting there, this young woman comes up to me and she says, do you play McGinty on When Calls the Heart?
Nice.
And I said, yes, I do. Well, in the course of about a minute, she shook my hand 5 times. She got a selfie with me. She says, I'm a Hardy.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic. I love that.
So
Did she ask about Toby? That's what I want to know.
Did she mention that I was on a horse? I don't know. Anyway, so that was my introduction. Then Wallah happened, but let me just tell you a bit about the awards. What they do is they have, it seems like every musical that they saw gets to present a song. So there's 3 songs, and then there's a couple of awards, right? But the first award was for designers, and there's no designers there.
Oh.
And then
They didn't show up?
the second award was for...
They're too good for it.
Well, that's what I think. I think it's kind of a low rent award. And I thought, Jesus, if I won and I wasn't there, that's kind of, I just sort of thought that's
That'd
kind
be
of...
a major slight to
Yes,
somebody.
yes. And that's why. But the songs, like there was a couple, like the 4 little girls from Frozen did this whole business. They did an award. But the talent... like in like little kids or young people, Jesus, can some people sing and anyway, that was it. I didn't win, but so right after the woman who asked me about When Calls the Heart, this guy in the show in West Side Story, I see him and he's the only other cast member that I saw. I said, so what are you up to? He's a masseuse, registered. He says, oh, I saw you. I said, where'd you see me? He says, I was doing Wallah for the movie you're in.
Tech Wallah?
It's when background noise, like when you do ADR, the Wallah that's behind, like all the other, hey, you see the guy in the background?
I
Right.
totally know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, and I had,
Rhubarb.
I don't know if I've, and I don't know if I ever heard the term
I never
Wallah
have.
referred to it like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if on a casting call, like they would say, looking for Wallah performers.
Wallah.
That is really...
Yeah.
I
That's
wonder,
cool.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. That's really cool. Because, again, just as you said there, RJ, Wallah, 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 Wallah.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
There you go. But good one on the T Wallah.
Yeah, well, who knows? That's the only time I've
Yeah.
I spelled it WOLLA, and that's just
Well,
out of my head.
For all we know, the use of it in your context may be absolutely divorced completely from the use of it in the one I gave.
Yeah.
No relationship whatsoever. So why would it be spelled the same?
I'm looking it up.
Why not?
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
See if it is official.
Are you using ChatGPT?
No, I'm not, but I should.
So do you have ChatGPT on your computer and your phone?
I only ever use it on my phone because I don't sit at my computer much.
You ever talk with it?
Nope, I will sometimes talk in the question, but I'm still pretty limited user. But I feel the need to always mention Haley's influence because she worked me over for quite a while because I just sort of couldn't be bothered.
And is there different models, or is there just ChatGPT?
Well, you can pay money and get more features out of it, I believe.
There's 3 big vendors. I forget which company does ChatGPT. Google does Gemini, and another company does Claude.
And what do you use?
I use Microsoft Copilot, which I believe behind the scenes is ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. And you pay for these services?
I get it because I have that Microsoft 365 subscription that's got you're actually on that subscription. Don't tell anyone. Okay. If you're still using Excel, are you still using it? Or Word or PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my subscription.
Praise Jesus is all I can say about that.
I've used it at some point recently.
Moby. I get 5 extra people, and it's basically Sue, Hannah, Griffin, and you two.
So
I used it recently.
So I could get the same chat.
That's the one thing. It's only the person who pays that gets that. They didn't make it available to all 5 subscriptions.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Thanks for that, RJ.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, every time you do a little PowerPoint, think a warm thought about
I don't do PowerPoint, but I do Excel.
And it is funny because I wasn't even sure. I brought one of those things up, probably Word, but I can't remember what it was or who it was for.
Sometimes it'll make you log in again, right? If you haven't done it for a while.
Yeah, and I hadn't thought about anything for quite a while, and I thought, is this something that Rich got? And then I just went and used it, and I didn't think any more about it. It's been that long since you did that.
Yeah, and I'm on it for life as far as I can tell. Just because, OneDrive's part of that.
Is it an annual fee?
And I use Excel so extensively, and I don't want to learn numbers.
Yeah, that's for you, it's a bigger deal.
Microsoft Numbers is like huge barrier to entry for me because I just know Excel so well. I use Word once every 3 months or something. Just for utility purposes.
No, me too with Excel, but my accountant is saying, "Oh, you should get QuickBooks," and I got QuickBooks and I used it, and I thought Excel is just so much more. I just understand it way better.
Yeah, and your needs are not like.
Well, she was a little bit miffed.
Oh yeah, because they want you just to export your whole QuickBooks file to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I might do that this year because it is tax time, boys.
You guys want to do listener mail?
Yes.
It must be time to do that.
It's time for listener mail.
New comment from Owen Money, O-W-E-N, and the word money. I never read that out loud, so I didn't even catch that he's... Owen Money said, loved that old truck. This is on episode 207, Truck Memories. Loved that old truck. It is also recorded on the Old Parked Cars website. We may have mentioned that in the past, and we'll definitely put that link in the show notes so you can see that someone went by. This is the person who runs the website, I guess. The Old Parked Cars website. He just stops. He'll see a beautiful old car. He stops, takes a photo, and puts it on his website. And that is an exciting edition of listener mail.
But who is that?
We don't know who it is. Maybe it happens to be the person who runs the site. I don't really know.
But they listen to the podcast,
They listen to the podcast. I was just commenting to PJ here that we might have a bigger audience than we actually think. Because just, there's like when we had dinner with Rustica of Portland, she says, oh yeah, like you guys were saying in the podcast the other day. And we'll go, whoa, people actually listen to this thing?
Oh.
There's actually 2 people at that dinner who had things to say about episodes. Mm-hmm. I was really surprised.
Wow.
Well, they're guys we used to work with at First City, right? That was the whole reason for lunch. But they mentioned and commented, and you sort of, what the... So I'm all happy.
great.
The dream's alive. The little flickering flame. It's still
The pilot light
light is still on.
And if we sprinkle in some SEO and stuff, that'll be whoom.
And you used to wordize the podcast. What is that called?
Transcribe it.
Transcribe
You
into.
still do it, don't you?
Yeah, I did one just the last time for fun.
Yeah.
It was a free tool, and then we didn't tell you about this, so I fed that into Chat GPT and asked for a blurb. Actually, it was Copilot, and I said that we're in our late 60s, and I guess you're 70 now, Mo?
See, senior.
Yep. And, blah, blah, blah. And I gave it our website. I said, figure out the style of our blurbs from the website, and then here's a transcript. Write a blurb for us. So it wrote a blurb, and I shipped it to Skin, who's our blurb writer. I do last edits on it, but he goes, yeah, it's kind of like it was kind of like it.
It is quite similar.
Yeah.
It was,
but it needed work, right? It was not Skin's voice. It was not his.
Yeah.
It tried to mimic his style, but it sounded a little bit more, like I don't know how to put it.
Well, I could hear, the voices of the two guys that we heard discussing.
Yeah,
I could hear the guy's voice all through that blurb.
Yeah.
And the other thing I noticed, it was a very interesting exercise to me because honestly, I don't really think very much at all about those blurbs.
Yeah, you just do them.
Well, I look and see where's the time going. So I've got to mention that. And what are pieces that we have got feedback that people like. So if there's snappers in there, that's going to get mentioned. So that's about it. But that thing, I noticed it covered every single different topic that we talked about, and it covered it in order, in sequence, pretty much.
And was it a lot longer than yours?
Not really.
The first time it was.
Well,
because
yeah.
I think before I even showed
That's
it to you,
right.
I might have said, just make this shorter.
No, you know what?
And,
you did show me
this
both,
change-
and I forgot about that. Yeah. But it actually was pretty close, though. It has.
So our last blurb is actually AI based because you took the final version of it
I just monkeyed around with it.
and you edited it. Yeah.
And it's and what was also fun about that exercise is by the time I didn't make very many changes to it, and not big ones, and it did sound just like me to my ear, anyways.
So take me back to actually using ChatGPT. So you have this open on your computer, and you say something to you start this, and does ChatGPT open a window?
Well, I type it in, and then it says thinking, right? And then it takes maybe. I turned it on its smartest mode, which I think maybe for images doesn't help. But anyway, it takes a good 2 or 3 minutes before it comes back with an image.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is that in a separate window?
No, it's in the conversational window.
Oh, okay, right.
So,
of course.
yeah, I'll just-
yeah. I think I'll dabble because Skinny has inspired me because he's a dabbler.
Not at that level. And based on that description of producing that image, I am unlikely to try that because that just sounds horrible.
Here's the window here. It just says, "Hey, Richard, how can I help?" So I just start telling it what I want.
Oh, and it's all typed.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, there is a little button here for the microphone. So if nobody was in the house, maybe I haven't tried this yet, but I think the microphone's probably pretty efficient.
Oh, okay.
Pretty quick and easy. You don't have to type, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe I shouldn't worry so much. When I type, I worry about everything, placement of commas and stuff. I don't want to confuse it, right?
Yeah.
But I think when you talk, it's probably pretty good at figuring out.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Yeah. I would say if you give yourself bookmarks to say the 3 mainstream services, I'll tell you why in a sec. Well, just for now, just choose one. If you start finding that you use it surprisingly often, which is what's happened to me, and I think, Skin, you're using it. You start saying, wow, this is more useful than I thought. For at the very basic level, we baby boomers are known for using ChatGPT simply as a replacement for Google. Because we, our imaginations haven't gone beyond that. We're kind of, it's so much faster than using Google.
That's all I've used it for so far. Yeah. And it is, like I said, Google's still fine for some things, but there are other things where ChatGPT is just head and shoulders.
No, well, when you said, you get all the Reddit things and then all the other things, and you got to mine through them. And
if you ask Google, what's the exchange rate US dollar today, you get a very succinct answer, and the source is clearly valid, and you're good. You're done. But if you ask it the example I gave, where it's a piece of information that's buried in a mountain of other related.
Right. And so you choose
does not.
Yeah.
With Google, you choose a site to open. And then first of all, the actual thing that you want to know is buried down in the third to last paragraph if it's just a regular site, because they want you to read through, see all the ads and everything.
Yeah.
So this bypasses all the ads and just bling, gives you an answer quickly.
Nice.
Yep. And I've done that a couple times where, like I say, just the nature of what you are asking for does it way better.
Do you assign them names?
I do not.
Well, I mean, the other Gemini is another one, and Claude has a name.
Yeah.
It's called Claude with an E on the end.
But if chat talks to you, can you change the voice?
Dave? Call it Dave?
I just get the text version, so I haven't listened to it talk to me.
But Lucy didn't say anything, but when, like, if we're upstairs and something comes up, it's just instant. Tell us when, and she just holds it up and chat speaks, right?
Yeah. Very
It speaks.
Yeah. And she uses it a lot.
Well, Haley uses it just a ton.
Yeah.
She's been using it for baby information. Just, she said 100 times a day. It's probably not that, but it's a lot. And it's been very reassuring for her. She's alone in that place. I may not have told you guys this. Have you guys ever wondered if you were very effective helpmates when your children were in the baby phase? Have you ever wondered if you were really useful?
Sure.
Well, I can tell you, you were. No matter how bumblingly inept and unwilling you might have been to change diapers, just existing in the same space as the person who's doing all that work with that baby is very helpful by itself. Just because, do you know anything about this? Well, I mean, no, I don't know. Even that is better than not even being able to ask the question, right? So
I remember Sue was out at the park with other mothers, and they were all talking about what their husbands do to help out. And Sue came home. She said she told them what I do, and the other mothers were going, "Oh my God, I wished I had a husband like that."
Oh, is that right?
I was pretty proud of that. Don't know if I kept that up over the years, but
I tried.
In the early days.
I tried pretty hard to be helpful, and I did. I got up in the night and made the formula for the in the middle of the night feedings, blah, 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 a bunch of stuff. Yeah. But the point really is there's no taking away from the mom as having to do most of the work, generally.
Yeah, usually.
And it is incredible to my current eyeballs how helpful it is just to have another human in the room.
I see. Yeah,
while you're maybe still doing all the work. Like if the other human go make you a sandwich now and then, or put the laundry in or whatever, great. But even if they don't do anything at all, just having another human, that's what ChatGPT is doing for her. It's the other human in the room, pretty much. Ask it a bunch of questions, it'll tell you stuff.
And then if you find yourself using it so much that it starts, which I did, it would start saying, so I'm going to slow down my answering to you because you don't have a paid level. I'm going to bump down the quality because there's different engines. They keep releasing new engines that are better and better. So it'll bump you down to the last slower, worse engine. So what I did was back then was, I just switch over to Gemini.
Yeah.
Gemini's really good. Actually, I kind of like it better than ChatGPT.
When you talk about the paid options, what kind of pay are you talking about?
They're expensive. They're like $20 a month, $25 a month. Which, when you think about what you get out of them, it's actually it's not very expensive. If you start using them a lot, you're going, the quality of the stuff that you can do or think or be aware of is pretty high. Then maybe they're not that expensive. But I just find that if you want to be cheap, you can switch between the three mainstream brands, and they'll give you their best engines until they see that you're using it a lot, and they try and talk you into subscribing.
Next time, throw a tantrum. Just call chat all kinds of names and be really angry, and you useless idiot, I've come to depend on you, and just throw a tantrum and see if it does anything.
Skinny.
Well, why not? I mean, it's taking the trouble to build a pseudo relationship with you in the hope that you'll spend the money.
I've thought about that.
Why don't you leverage that pseudo relationship and have
I've thought about that because you can, if you want to, just for fun, demean it and do all kinds of stuff. And the question is, do you want to be that person?
Yeah.
Like if you find that easy to do to a machine, maybe that would creep into finding it easy to do with humans.
Yeah, or maybe all you need to do is be reassured by the fact that you considered that and then continue to do it.
No, I don't think so.
I haven't done it yet.
And
but it might be fun, though.
Does chat have the capabilities to evaluate your attitude if you did that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Claude in particular is supposed to be really good at that. But they aren't real. They actually truly are artificial.
Yeah. You're not acquiring social positioning at all by the quality of your relationship with chat. So if you are in a social situation with human and you are abusive and narrow-minded and crappy, it actually has an effect. But there's none of that with these. It's not a person.
But aren't people are using them for therapy, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
But that's not true.
I can't imagine what else.
Like when you can give it long-term instructions that it'll keep in mind. That's not based on how angry you are, though. Like it's not going, oh, they're really angry. Maybe I better actually keep track of this. But I have given it lots of in future directions, and those, I don't use that word, but it's that kind of thing, like in future. But it does take that into account. Like, for example, a classic one is it kept giving me prices because you can use it for shopping too, right? And it would give me prices in US dollars. And so I basically said, okay, so I'm in Canada. In all your future interactions, please give me the price in Canadian dollars, but let me know if you're translating it, if it's actually an American price that you're changing into Canadian dollars. And it's really good at that. It does it every single time. And it'll make references to things that are actually irrelevant to the current conversation, but it kind of thought you're talking about. Like I spent quite a bit of time. I have an instant replay system now for foosball down in the basement. So if I have people over and they're arguing over a rule, I just hit the F12 here on this Mac, and it clips the last 20 seconds.
Because you have a camera on the table?
Yeah, my phone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah, it's all it's all on the cheap. I just use the existing laptop, existing phone, some free software, and I ended up having to buy like a clamp to have the camera in the right place on the table.
Right.
Stuff like that. And so it's just it just helped me with all that.
I wonder if we can talk about that more here, that instant replay thing. I did talk to Rich about this the other night. We were talking about something else, and this came up because he was wanting to test a webcam app. But this came up, and so you sort of think, well, cool. Like the idea is it is recording. I guess it just scrolls forward or something like that.
It's buffering.
So
it's just got 20 seconds in memory. You hit the button, it writes that out to a file. And then I've also set it up so I hit another button and it opens that file. And now you're watching a video in slow motion, normal speed. Pause it and just press the arrow keys. You go one frame at a time. Because you want to know, did the ball actually enter the goal or not? Or did this person actually spin the rod more than the maximum allowed?
Or did it tip off that defender and go in, or did it go...
Yeah.
And what I found fun, the fascinating discovery in this conversation for me was there are people who don't want to know that stuff. They want to have a conversation about whether they committed an infraction or whether the ball was deflected or whatever, but they don't actually want a camera there that will resolve the conversation. They don't want that. Which I find crazy. Like, why would you even want to talk about something and not want to be able to resolve it? I just don't. I thought that was fascinating.
It's personality types, right?
Yeah. Just like I love the whole idea that I don't know about you, but there's nobody else in my life who does crap like that. Gets a camera, gets a holder, figures out how to use it, and shows the guys that he's playing with, here's the instant replay.
It's fun. People have people over to their houses. It's all fun.
Oh, it's hella fun.
But then at certain points, there's conversations about, did you jar me or did you not? It's often the reverse of what you'd think. A person says, hey, I jarred you. And the other person says, no, don't worry about it. Or no, I really didn't. I don't think you did. So there's even reverse arguments where you're trying to take the other person's favor. But, yeah.
But so they're not all scum, I guess.
Half the time, maybe nobody else noticed or people have opinions. It's fun to actually find, what really did happen.
Absolutely. And I just think it is really fun. I don't know anybody else in my life that would go to the extent you have to do it, but I think it's really great that you could just look frame by, see there, it ticked off, but I didn't get enough of it. I just got enough to put it in the corner as opposed to where your goalie was, just like in I think that'd be just awesome.
But people are programming with it. Like Claude's really good at coding. So you go, I want to write an iPhone app that does such and such, that, I don't know, helps me select my clothes in the morning.
Yeah.
Just some whatever. And aside of the fact that Apple doesn't necessarily accept all apps into their store, but just assume that they do, it'll basically give you all the code, and it'll help you with all the stuff that is a real barrier, which the code's a barrier, of course, but the other barrier is, how do I even get started with this? Well, you have to create an Apple account. You'll get it at this web page,
Yes.
do this, do that. It'll give you all those steps. Okay, how do I actually publish to Apple for review? What should I watch out for? And it's going to list all, okay, you should do this, you should do that. Make sure that you do this. Otherwise, Apple will reject your thing.
In a nutshell, how do I get an app that I can actually execute? Like, how can I?
Like this one guy on this one podcast, he's never done this before. He says, I wanted to, because he has an app and people have to sign up for it. He said, I want to accept passkeys. Passkeys is a new technology that avoids, you don't even need passwords anymore.
Yeah.
It's stored on your machine and it does it all for you. So yeah, it just gave him all the code that he needed to put in passkeys. And
Yeah, Tang and this. That's why we put a man on the moon.
yeah, Tang is probably
Speaking
big.
of Tang, I noticed in the news that there's no longer. I didn't realize that Minute Maid was the last company that made frozen orange juice from concentrate, and it's going the way of the dodo.
Yeah.
It's gone. People just are not buying orange juice.
And is
Apparently
falling
not.
and falling. So they'd rather have the big giant plastic jug.
That's right. People are still drinking orange juice.
Oh,
They're just not
They
drinking
just
it
don't
from
want
concentrate.
to do the stirring.
remember when you froze it too hard
Yep.
and how hard it would be to break up?
Yeah, there was some
yeah.
patience required there.
Yeah.
Like you just put it in there, stir it up as best you can, and let it stand on the counter for a while. 'Cause I used to love frozen juice really a lot, and I haven't. It hasn't even dawned on me that I no longer buy it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just didn't.
One of the
I missed
greatest
that.
things about Portugal and Spain was that all orange juice is fresh there.
Yeah.
Wow. Like so good. Cheap and fresh. Yeah, I think somewhere along the line you realize that fruit juices are mostly just sugar water.
I think that's
Even if they're made from real fruit, they're just
actual fruit is mostly just sugar water. You know what I mean?
well, no, but I mean, it's still,
Well,
it hasn't had all the fiber beaten out of
No,
it.
no, but it is a whole big bunch of its tasty content is just sugary water.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't know, we can try and cover our alley. They've been working on our alley. You remember?
What have they been doing?
I told you way back in the day that we all banded together and tried to get an alley. We had to write a letter to the mayor, and all of a sudden, money appeared.
Imagine that.
And, they've been working on it, and they find that, all those retaining walls, that keep this alley from falling in.
They're going to need some work.
You're going to need some heavy work. And they put in those giant Lego bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lean them all towards us because we're above the alley. So
Yeah.
and then they come along to our place, and one day Sue's trying to get out of the house, and the supervisor guy comes and says, I got to talk to you about your tree. Because we were worried about losing our tree. We were told we would have to lose our tree, and we managed to wangle it so we weren't supposedly going to lose our tree. Cherry tree that sits right at the alley pretty well. And just a reminder, we're above that alley. So he brings us out back. He says, turns out that you built your fence on city property.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And at one end of the fence we're like 10 inches out onto city property. And the other end of the fence is around 2 inches. So an average of about, 6. And we said, well, why don't you just build around that? He goes, no, we can't. Set a precedent. We never, ever do that. We always build to the property lines. And it's, kind of, he didn't use these words, but it's your tough luck. It's just the way it works, right? So as part of all this, we called the city project manager. She sits above the entire thing and many other projects. And she's like, I said, how about we buy that property? She goes, well, yeah, you can do that, but that's like a 2-year process. Many different departments involved.
I just can't even imagine.
I can't imagine that would even be an option.
I did the math on it, and it would cost us $7,000.
But it's still amazing, though, when you think about
What do you mean? You
They're
can just
prepared to create a
you
lot
can.
that's 10 inches wide at one end and tapers to 0 at the other end, and it's 25 feet long, and they're prepared to define and list that on the city property map and then sell it to you. That's just wild to me that they would do that.
Yeah, I mean, we had an option that we could have gone down a while back, and now in retrospect, we kind of wish we had. Honestly, in retrospect, we wish we had never supported the alley. So the other thing about our property is way back in 1993 when we hired a local landscaper, he said, your backyard slopes quite a bit. Your kids will find it a lot easier to play if I level that up for you. We said, yeah, we're in.
Put a bunch of fill in.
So basically, he pulled dirt from the alley west of us.
Yeah.
And then used it to build our backyard up, and he built a retaining wall to keep the backyard in place. So the alley comes along by our place, and then it suddenly plummets down from all the soil that he stole.
Yeah, but nobody would know that.
No. It's,
Well, a guy won't sell you a 10-inch piece of land, no.
But when they went to put the lane in, though, then they know what the elevation's supposed to be, and they basically make it a fairly flat decline. It declines, it goes downhill in a flat way.
Yeah.
So what that means is our property, of all of them on the uphill side of that alley, we're way higher than it. So we're now like 3.5 feet above, which is a lot. Right.
Compared to everybody else.
Yeah. And the first time that we became aware of this was happening, I called him up and he said over the phone, well, I don't have the details. I haven't looked at your lot in particular, but we'll basically, we'll cut through that, those retaining wall bricks, and we'll build stairs for you.
Oh.
So you can go right down, right?
Yeah.
Well, in the course of talking to him, same guy, about this tree, I'm going, about those stairs that you're going to build. He said, we can't do that. I mean, the stairs would go right into the laneway. People would be driving along. They'd run into the stairs.
I was just picturing that. Again, talking about picturing that. You'd have to set those back into your yard somehow.
Yeah. So it has to be the other way around. We have to build stairs up from the alley into our yard and uphill.
You have to do it because it's on your property.
Well, that's the thing.
With
They won't do it for us, I'm pretty sure. And that's what we probably will end up doing, because any advantage of having that alley disappears if we don't have stairs.
Yeah.
Because if we have people coming down to do pruning, which we do every 3 years or so, those pruners have to charge us more because they got to be parked out in the front and kind of come down the side of the house and all this stuff. So anyway, so we'll have that built. And for us too, like if we want to take the dog for a walk, it's nice to be able to go out the back. And the end. That's all I got.
Well, where does it stand right now?
It stands with
Is there pavement there?
No, they haven't gotten to that stage of paving yet.
They're still on retaining walls.
They've had so many problems because of these walls, and they've had new problems at the east and west end of the alley that I didn't even bother learning what they are. But they stopped work for half a day. They're just doing all the time. They had to have a rebid on it. The whole project's like $4 million or something.
Oh, jeez.
It's a block and a half.
Jeez.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. But is it sort of continual work? Like, are they?
Yeah, every day they're out there.
Oh, okay.
Beep, beep, beep.
We've made it again. I don't know if we've had any audio craziness. If there's anything anomalous in the edit of this episode, it's not my fault. We got to go, though. We got places to be and people to meet. So you may be looking at a chance to acquire a piece of classic Canadiana in the form of a vintage cigarette machine. We're working on it. If you have interest, man, send us such a note so fast. And take care of yourselves in the meantime. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
See you shit side.